Today's lesson is called The Biblical Guide to Great Journalism. That may seem like a funny title because in some ways the Bible and journalism may seem to be antithetical, but in point of fact, the Bible is actually our best guide to how to do great journalism, because the whole point of journalism is to convey information and ultimately, if you're really good, to teach a lesson. Well, the whole point of the Bible was or is also to convey information and to teach a lesson. And as it happens, I've got my own copy of the Bible here, all nicely marked up, to talk about today, because there's a really important lesson. There are lots of important lessons here in the good book about how to be a great journalist, particularly how to be a great journalist in video, which is the lingua franca that we all use now. The human beings communicate ideas. They teach their young, they teach each other through stories. We have done this since we first lived in caves. In fact, if you go to the caves in Lascaux in France, you see those drawings of hunting scenes and bisons and stuff like that. That was how each subsequent generation taught the next generation how to hunt. They were teaching tools. And the best teaching tools are stories. And of course, the Bible is filled with stories. Stories about people and what they did. And it's those stories about people that resonate with us. That's why Star Wars is incredibly popular, and that's why C-SPAN doesn't have such great ratings, because C-SPAN has a lot of information, but it doesn't have a lot of great stories about people. Stories about people are how we connect as human beings, and we've done so since the time of Homer. We've done so since the time of Bible days. Let me give you a great example. If you look at the book of Exodus, right? Exodus is the story of, the point of Exodus is to get people the 10 commandments. That's the whole reason that Exodus exists. That's the command. Thou shalt have no other gods but me. Thou shalt not make graven images. Thou shalt not commit adultery. All 10. If you're really good, I don't know if I can do them all. But that's the whole point of Exodus. Now, Exodus is actually a story about a guy. It's a story about Moses, and it's a classic story, just like Star Wars. It's almost the same story. Moses, he's had an interesting birth, and then he gets this kid, he doesn't want to do it, and then he goes out in the desert, and then God says, you have to do it, and then he goes through the 10 plagues, and then he takes the Israelites out of Egypt, and then he can't even go into the Holy Land, but before he goes, he stops at Mount Sinai, and he gets the 10 commandments from God, who God says to Moses, you will deliver this stuff. That was the whole point of the whole trip. This whole expedition across half the known world in those days, 40 years of travel, was to get to Mount Sinai so God could deliver these important rules. Now, if you wrote the Bible as a tweet and you just says, here's the book of Exodus, God says 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, nobody would listen to it. It wouldn't resonate. But 3,500 years later, we still know the story, not because the 10 commandments were so great, they're not bad, but because we all still relate to this fantastical story of the pyramids and Moses, and we make movies out of it and we talk about it. 3,500 years, we all still know the story because it's a story about a person going through a difficult time and reaching an achievement at the end. It's the same story as Odysseus. It's the same story as Jesus. It's the same story as Homeric stories. It's every single story is a great story like this. And that is why in the Bible is full of stories. That's also why it's so thick, because it's all full of lots of long stories. If we just got to the point, if we didn't have Jesus and we just had the stuff Jesus said was important, nobody would care about that either. But it's got this also fantastic story of the virgin birth, and he goes through his life and he gets crucified and he comes back to life and he has the sermons. It's a guy you can relate to. So when you go to do your journalism, you have to do the same thing. You have to create a story about somebody that is interesting and goes through the same kind of arc like Moses did, like Jesus did. But if you really look at the Bible, it's interesting, because I was thinking about it today. If you look at the Bible and the stuff that sticks, what sticks with you? David sticks, right? Because David and Goliath, we all still know that story, even though it's 3,000 years later. We all know the story of David and Bathsheba, because that's still a great story and you could make a movie out of it, right? We all know the story of Solomon. He cuts the baby in half. That's his wisdom. Do you know Ezekiel? Do you know Hosea? These prophets who ran around saying the whole world was going to come to an end? No, because they haven't got any great stories attached to them. So when it comes time to doing your own journalism, what you have to do is you have to seek out a character. You have to seek out a Moses-like character, but your story should be about a person, a man or woman, who goes through the same sort of epic event, whatever the event is, whether it's, they get cancer and they're going to live or they're going to die, or if you're on the VJ.com, Fluffy the dog got hit by a car, will it live or will it die? It's this notion of highly personalized storytelling that carries with it important messages. The message alone doesn't work. But find a story, a person, a small story or a big story, a story of a person, an achievement, a thing they have to overcome, a difficulty they have to surmount, an adventure they have to go on, a trip they have to make, whether it's a physical trip, a psychological trip, a scientific trip, a moral trip, a transformational trip. And if you can make that the part, because that's what people like, that's what people relate to, is stories about people. And if you can embed in that, important factors, important information, important things you want to communicate, then it sticks. Moses stuck for 3,500 years. We'll be lucky if yours sticks for a couple of hours, but trust me, that's the way to do journalism. It says so in the good book. And who am I to argue with the Bible?